And we're back. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dark Phoenix Gaming, and you are watching Mass Effect Legendary Edition with Vin Shepard. And today we are going to be doing more side quest things. Last time around was us going with Rex to retrieve his family's armor, and today we're heading off to the planet of Binthu in the Voyager Cluster's Yangtze system, because it's finally time to start dealing with this Cerberus group that Admiral Kahoku filled us in on. They sound like trouble. Naturally, given the whole create a super soldier thing that seems to be their jam. Methinks these guys have been playing a little too much Halo. This is where we're going next. So, Rex and Tally it is. Down onto the very extremely hostile planet here. It looks like it's covered in toxic gas. Apparently it's fine, it just looks like shit. There appear to be 3 research facilities on the planet. So, it's pretty likely we're gonna have to clear all 3. So off we go then. Time for some clearing business. Let's do this. And like so many others, they seem to be operating under the misapprehension that big guns are the solution to all of life's problems. Which, I mean, they have a point. They're still dumbasses. Snipper riffle out. There's at least a few folks. Wait, is that a Rachni they've got there behind that barrier? Oop, that's a minor spoiler. I may have to cut that comment. Okay, you two need to die soon. Come on, motherfucker. There you go. You go. Yes, there's something in there. At this close range, sniper rifle's not gonna do me much good, so I'll resort to the pistol, I figure. Take technicians. Yeah. We had this conversation with Dr. Salion. These guys are glorified scientists with guns. They are not going to prove much of a threat. And now, gotta open this thing, it looks like. Wait, Arachni eliminated the threat at this facility. Arachni.
Now it is fun.
There was something in the codex entries about that at one point. Something about a Arachni war? And I'm fairly certain these Arachni are supposed to be extinct. So, given that, why are there obviously still living Arachni at a Cerberus facility in the middle of the Traverse? That's what I want to know. Now, we have to knock out the other two facilities. So let's take care of that. More idiots who think their turrets will solve all their problems and I won't just blow them the fuck up. As I bitch about the Mako like there's no tomorrow, but when it comes to those handful of turrets, I can basically just park it right next door and then shoot at them. Problem solved. No need for fancy maneuvering or anything. And maybe we will go just pistol on this one. We're pretty close proximities. Wait, are those Thorian creepers or husks? I can't tell from this distance. Whichever it is, Cerberus, you have got to be kidding me. Experimenting on creepers. This is the second time we've caught you idiots trying to play around with creepers. And we already had the nonsense with experimenting with husks on one of the worlds. That just got completely torn. On that, yeah, we already had the husks thing on that abandoned colony a while back. But they all got turned into husks because fuck Cerberus. And man, if that's what passes for commandos with Cerberus, then they need to raise their standards a bit. I am not impressed. No sign of Kahoku among the creeper corpses. Must be at one of the other labs in the area.
Let's head to that next base, Shepard. This is my kind of mission.
Hey, why are we assuming that Kahoku is on this planet? As far as I knew, he just gave us the coordinates of a planet with one of Cerberus' bases, and then said he was gonna have to disappear because they were after him. That doesn't exactly scream that he must be on this planet to me. But hey, maybe that's just me. Anyways, time to hit up this last base. And thankfully, for this mission, unlike a lot of the other ones, we didn't actually have to go searching for a landable planet, because he gave us the precise coordinates, which is nice. And just the random times that you spend searching around trying to find what you're looking for, that's a little bit of a waste of time. That's another reason why I don't have a problem with Mass Effect 2 being less open world and just being focused around the areas where your missions take place in, rather than a large chunk of a planet. And it just being more focused. I have nothing against. I know a lot of people hate that they made that change. I don't mind it at all. Okay. Got some stuff there, and I have 2 more points. I'll put them into fitness for a little bit more health, I figure. Everyone else can get leveled up another time. Yeah. Now to clear up these fucks. Yeah. You, Mr. Technician, with the technician face, can just die. Yeah. Cerberus, your commander. Those, I think, need to go back to basic training. 'Cause they suck. They really do.
Go, go, go!
Okay. Some little bugs on the floor there. Workers.
Some payback.
And
Think we got him, Commander.
fuck. Check for a pulse, but find none. Admiral Kahoku is dead. Like the ferocity of the creatures he was sealed in with, there are no signs of trauma on his corpse. The needle marks on his arm suggest a different means of execution.
Shepard, over there. It's Admiral Kahoku.
Damn it.
I guess Cerberus found him after all.
Yeah. Kahoku is dead. And we have found the location of a major Cerberus facility. Columbia system. Same cluster. On the planet Nephiron. So that's right. We're not done with Cerberus just yet. And did you guys happen to notice the name of this mission? Hades Dogs. Hades. They're really leaning heavy on the mythological reference for this chain. Cerberus supposedly being the 3-headed dog that guards. It's the underworld in Greek mythology, the underworld being the domain of Hades. Yes,
Very interesting way to do that, really. Go, Columbia system. Let's head on over. Neferon, and we land. Same team of Rex and Tally. I'll vary things a bit. After this mission, I have a different group in mind for Novaria, as it happens, which will be our next objective. Their underground facility there. Over this way. Here with the Mako. And again, the Mako is dog shit. You can say Shepard is just a bad driver if you want, which, fair enough, but if it was a good transport vehicle, then it would be designed to compensate for having a shit driver behind the wheel with better balancing and suspension. This does not do that, therefore it's crap. That's my professional opinion. As someone who really doesn't know what they're talking about, but has decided to armchair things. And in we go. Time to kill some more Cerberus. Some mooks. You go. And that sniper really took a toll. And I am really taking a pounding. It's meta-chill time. Come on. Yeah. Sabotage your pew-pews. I really need to be using my abilities more than my guns, but I do tend to play my Infiltrator more as snipers than anything, so yeah. And in Mass Effect 1 I can get away with that, just being a sniper with some extra toys. Once we reach the era of Mass Effect 2, that
become far more problematic. Because Mass Effect 2 is the point at which, if you aren't using your abilities in conjunction with your bullets, then your rate of success tends to drop like a rock. Okay, we're getting near the 300 item limit. I don't care. I'll start salvaging stuff sooner or later. Shut up, game. I don't need constant reminders. There we go. And med station. That's all the looting over there. Bit more Medigel. Okay. And we'll open this terminal. You cautiously press a few buttons and an alarm chimes. The database is flashing itself. You copy as many files as you can to your hard suit's internal computer. Its memory wiped, the computer shuts down. The files are sure to be encrypted, but you've got time to crack them. Archive them files. And with that, the Cerberus event chain of missions is done. For the most part. We have one little bit of a flavor. Our conversation to get out of the way once we return to the Normandy, but that's it. This is the extent of their involvement in Mass Effect 1. They don't really have any impact on the plot at all. You find them doing some unpleasant stuff around, but not really anything of note.
Transmission coming in, Commander. I think you're going to want to hear this one.
Greetings, Commander Shepard. I represent a party interested in obtaining information on Cerberus activities.
Who are you, and who do you represent?
Who I am is inconsequential. Suffice to say, I am an agent for the Shadow Broker. You see, Admiral Kahoku contacted my employer looking for information on the location of any Cerberus facilities. We provided that information on the promise that he would turn over copies of all files gathered from the Cerberus systems to us.
I see. So that's how Admiral Kahoku got the coordinates for that first system. He went to the Shadow Broker and paid for the information with a promise of the data. Well, given he was operating on limited ability to expand his own knowledge and all of that, can't really fault the guy for going to the shadow information brokers and all.
You must have some connection to Cerberus. How else could you tell Kahoku where to find them?
Information is our business, Commander. Through our contacts, we were able to determine that the Cerberus group was active in the Voyager cluster. Unfortunately, that was all we were able to find out. That is why we are so interested in acquiring copies of the files from you.
Did you have anything to do with Admiral Kahoku ending up dead?
We had no reason to harm him. He was going to provide us with information about Cerberus. Information that is now in your possession.
Yeah, well, unfortunately for you guys,
turning over classified Alliance files to outside parties is technically classified as treason. And I can't say I'm too interested in going into the treasonous category.
These are classified Alliance files. I'm not handing them over to you.
Be reasonable, Commander. Cerberus was operating outside Alliance jurisdiction. You don't owe them any loyalty. The Alliance is just going to file this information away in some archive. No secret stays hidden forever. Eventually, someone somewhere will deliver it into our hands. Might as well be you. Transmit the files to us and you will be well compensated.
What are you gonna do with this information?
Information is a commodity. It can be bought, sold, or traded. Why my employer desires this information is not my concern. I am only the buyer.
Well, you see, I don't trust you. And you may be new at the interacting with me thing, but unlike a lot of people, my loyalty is not sold to the highest bidder, so you can screw right off.
My loyalty is to the Alliance, not the Shadow Broker.
That is unfortunate, Commander. My employer will remember this the next time you need something from us.
Yeah, well, tough shit. Sorry, Shadow Broker representative, but as they say, I'm fresh out of fucks to give. Go around and shadow some more of the crew members a bit later, but for now, let's see if Tally has anything more to say.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Oh, you seem more chipper than before?
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Theron's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
We've still got a long way to go. You'll find something to take back.
Yes, but it cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage. It has to be more than that. There's a lot expected of me.
Really? Why so much expectation for you in particular?
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet. My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
Well, gotta say, was not expecting that. So what, you're some kind of Quarian princess, is that it? Should I start calling you Princess Tally from now on?
So are you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty Board myself. Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen. But it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
You must get all kinds of special privileges.
I probably had it easier than most growing up, but it's not all good. People like my father have enemies, and they're not above using me to get to him.
That must be tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage, something that will forever change our lives for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
Well, we are out here trying to save the galaxy. The ability for the galaxy to keep existing It has to be a bonus to your pilgrimage, surely.
The work you're doing here is more important than anything an Aquarian's ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Seren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Seren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Seren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
Okay, so find Geth operating outside of Seren's control, so Tali can study them. I'll put it on the list. We do have some Geth in the Armstrong cluster to investigate after all. Maybe they'll turn up what you need. But while we're here, why don't you tell me a little about your dad?
What was your father like?
It wasn't easy growing up as the daughter of one of the Admiralty. Even before he joined the board, he was a prominent figure. People looked to him for leadership. He had to set an example, and he expected the same of his daughter. Plus, he was pretty strict, a military man through and through. He never allowed me to settle for anything less than excellence. As a kid, I sometimes felt like he was pushing me too hard. But now, I'm old enough to appreciate what he taught me. The world doesn't owe us anything. If we want something in life, we have to earn it.
Yeah. That is a very good point.
Sounds like a tough upbringing. You don't resent your father at all?
Like I said, it wasn't easy. My father's not the kind of person you bond with, and he wasn't around all that much. Too busy. People counted on him, and he took his duties seriously. Even when he was around, he always seemed a bit distant, like his mind was always somewhere else. Come to think of it, I can't ever remember seeing him smile. Not once. It's like he was always weighed down by all that responsibility. I mean, I know he cares about me, but he never really showed it, not in the usual way. I guess the best thing I can say about my father is that I respect him.
Where was your mother in all this?
Mother was around, but she always seemed to kind of blend into the background. Almost like she was overshadowed by my father. He tends to do that to people. She passed on about 5 years ago. Some airborne virus that swept through the fleet. Happens sometimes when the filters start to break down. I think my father took it pretty hard. After she was gone, he became even more focused on his work. I think that was his way of dealing with the grief.
Yeah. Very interesting bit of backstory for our Tali here. She is definitely one of my favorite characters in this series, and will remain as such. And yeah. And unfortunately,
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I should go.
See you later.
unfortunately, you never really get to know much more about her father. He seems like an interesting sort of Quarian, and the kind that Shepard would get along with professionally. Yeah. Tully's dad, unfortunately, we never learn a whole lot about beyond what's expressed in that particular round of investigations. I won't give any context because spoilers, but you do get vaguely threatened by him through email at one point. That's about as far as it goes, really. And yeah, Tully's thing about finding Geth, it's sort of a soft side quest. Doesn't add anything new to your log, but it does link up to this Geth side quest. To investigate their activities in the Armstrong Nebula cluster. But that's going to have to wait, and not for next time. A little beyond that, in fact, because next time we are heading for Novaria. And I think I'm going to cut it here. If you've enjoyed this, please leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to see more like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. See you then, folks. See you then.